Hey guys, what's up? Subspace here. Haven't made a video in like a year and a half. That's a lie. It's been like a few months, but it's not been a tutorial in forever. Cause I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I'm sorry. So let's get right into this. So I give all credit to Pegboard Nerds here. I just recreated everything they did in Pressure Cooker. If you haven't figured out by the title, that's the sound we're going to be making. But we're going to be making it in SERUM, because I haven't seen any tutorials for this type of sound in SERUM yet. Thought I might make one. Be that guy. I'll play it for you, see if you want to stick around, and here you go.
Kicking the flow, don't you know, Bobby Joe? Listen up, sister. Pull up on the trigger, dance.
So yeah, that's the sound. It's relatively simple to make. It takes no time at all. So basically the core principle of this sound is having a really low sine wave and a relatively high sine wave. High pitch and low pitch, that is. And then you're going to add a lot of distortion. So we don't need a sub for this because we're literally using a sub. You can high pass it with this filter here or with a filter of your choice. It's fine. And then use a different sub. But I chose to not do that because I'm lazy, remember? So basically the first thing I do whenever I'm pitch bending a sound, and this one I am pitch bending, is I'll go down here and I'll drag this pitch all the way up to 24, this pitch down to 24, or negative 24, sorry. And that allows me a good range of pitch bending, which is very helpful. And then you'll come here, make this first oscillator a sine wave. And I kind of pitch it down 2 octaves. And yeah, only one unison. And level is modulated actually. What is level modulated by? I believe envelope 2. So we'll get into that in a second, all the modulations. Don't mind this, sub's turned off, so that was just me screwing around. And the second oscillator is another sine wave pitched up 1 octave. And again, one unison, levels modulated by envelope 2. Just you can drag it to the same position. It's first one's at 75%. First oscillator, sorry, the level. It's been dragged up to 75%. And the level for second oscillator is 89%. So, yes, copy those values. Please and thank you. Wow! So, for the filter, we want a low 24, a low pass, which will be in normal, and we're going to modulate the cutoff from, I don't know where it is, 125 hertz, 185 hertz, all the way, and we're going to drag this envelope all the way up. So it basically adds like a little stab at the start, or whoop kind of sound. Just gives it more liveliness, I guess. You can really notice it. I advise doing it. Next thing we're going to do is Lfo Three. Now, what I went and did with Lfo Three is I went in the matrix, as you can see, here. I made a really sharp spike in Lfo Three. It's a bar long with just a sharp spike at the start. And what that is modulating is the coarse pitch for both A and B, and I have it set to the type, set to just the single direction. And then I drag these down. Now let's move on to the effects. Yes, beautiful. So we're going to turn hyper/dimension on. Mix for hyper is way down. I don't think I changed any of these values. I may have done. So yeah, just copy that. That's at 25%. That's at 16%. 16%? Yeah, cool. Mix is at 7%. Unison's at 4. Do not have retrigger turned on. Now for the dimension, the size is 11% and the mix is 7%. So just a little bit of that dimension expander thing. Next for the distortion, it's on 0 square, turned up, drives all the way up, mixes all the way up. Next we have Flanger. The rate is at 4 bar triplets, like that. It's set to BPM. Depth is all the way up, feeds halfway, phase halfway. I don't think I changed any of that. Come like that. And the mix is 31%. By the way, these values aren't exact. They're literally just by ear that I did this. So you can mess with them like all you want. These two things, the flanger and the phaser, I could turn them off and it would sound good, but I just added it for like a little extra depth. So the phaser, I have the rate at, again, 4-bar T, which is for the triplet. BPM is turned on, depth halfway, frequency 600 hertz, feed 80%, phase 180. And then mix is 26%. So there you are. Then I have a compressor turned on. Now this compressor is a multi-band compressor. They're really nice. They make things nice and loud. Although they're not required in every sound, I just thought this sound might need that little extra punchiness that it provides. So I turn the threshold down to negative 8.6 decibels. The ratio is up to 2 to 1. Attack is at 90, release is at 90, gains at 0. And then we go down to the reverb. Size, 20%. Pre-delay, 4 milliseconds. No low cut. Damp is at 28%. High cut is at 50%, so normal. Width is all the way up. And mix is 22%. Now with my EQ, the frequency is 210 hertz. The EQ thing, is 60%. Gain is 2 decibels. Now over here on the high side of the EQ, we have 830 hertz for the frequency, I believe. Yes. Q is again 60%. I didn't change that. Gain is 2.9 decibels. Did I do anything else? No. That's the sound right there. Master volume is 70%. That's normal. Comes like that. Actually, I may have turned it down from 75. I forget if it starts at 75 or 70. I'm not a genius. I'm sorry. So yeah, basically you can experiment, use different wavetables, whichever you like the sound of best, use that one. Don't use something you don't like because you don't like it. I mean, that's pretty obvious. If you don't like it, just don't use it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a great day. And yeah, peace.